stop. Don't skip. Don't look away. Look at the date on your phone. It says January 2026. Now, I want you to remember something. Go back in your mind to January 2025, exactly 1 year ago. Do you remember the promise you made to yourself? You stood in front of the mirror and said, "This year is different. By 2026, I will speak English fluently. I will get that job. I will change my life." And now, here we are. The future is here. But ask yourself honestly, did you keep that promise? Or are you still searching? Are you still looking for subtitles when you watch a movie? Do you still freeze when someone asks, "How are you?" If you are honest, the answer hurts. You failed. Just like you failed in 2024, just like 2023. I'm not saying this to hurt you. I'm saying this to wake you up. Because if you don't change your mindset right now, in this video, mindset is your fixed attitude or the way you think about things, then January 2027 will look exactly the same. You will be 1 year older, but your English will stay the same. Do you want to waste another year, or are you finally ready to stop trying and start becoming? If you are ready to break this cycle, then stay with me, because for the next hour, we are not just learning English, we are rebuilding your entire life. Welcome to the 2026 revolution. Revolution means a massive and complete change. Okay, we have faced the hard truth. Now let's take a deep breath. Let it go. The pressure, the guilt, let it all go. Now I want to show you something beautiful. I want you to imagine how your English journey is going to look in 2026. In the past, learning English felt like a war, didn't it? You were fighting with grammar rules. You were fighting with vocabulary lists. Every time you opened a book, you felt stressed. Your brain was shouting, "I must memorize this. I must not make mistakes." But in 2026, that war is over. Here is the golden rule for this year. Stop studying English. Yes, you heard me right. Stop studying. English is not history. It is not math. You cannot learn it by memorizing formulas. Think about your mother tongue. Did you study grammar books when you were 2 years old? Did your mother give you a vocabulary list before you could say ma? No. You simply listened. You listened to your parents. You listened to the world around you. You absorbed the sounds like a sponge. Absorbed means to take something fully and naturally, like a sponge takes water. And one day, naturally, effortlessly, you started to speak. Effortlessly means doing something easily without any hard struggle. That is our plan for 2026. Imagine your brain is a cup. For the last few years, you have been trying to pour water out of an empty cup. You tried to speak before you had enough listening. That is why you got stuck. That is why you felt nervous. The cup was empty. This year, our journey will be silent. We will not force ourselves to speak immediately. We will not worry about present perfect continuous tense. Instead, your 2026 journey will look like this. You wake up. You put on your headphones. You listen to a simple story. You understand 60%? That's okay. You understand 80%? That's great. You enjoy the story. You feel the emotions. No stress. No exams, no judgment. You are just letting the language flow into you like a river. This is called the silent period. The silent period is the phase where you only listen and observe without trying to speak. Trust me, this is where the magic happens. When you listen without stress, your brain starts to recognize patterns. Patterns are things that happen in a regular and repeated way. You don't memorize the word happy, you feel what happy means because you heard it in a story. So, here is my promise for the 2026 journey. It will be easy. It will be relaxing. If you feel stress, you are doing it wrong. In 2026, we won't learn English, we absorb it. But how do we do that practically? What is the daily plan? You might be asking, Ben, this sounds nice, but what should I do every day? That brings us to the most important part of this video, the master plan. Welcome to the most critical part of this video. This is the blueprint. A blueprint is a detailed design or plan used to build something. Before we talk about listening tricks or speaking techniques, we have to talk about the foundation. Foundation is the solid base on which something is built. If the foundation is weak, the building falls. And the biggest reason people fail in English is not because they have a good listening plan. It is because they have the wrong growth strategy. A strategy is a long-term plan to achieve a goal. Let me tell you a story that changed my life. It is the story of the Chinese bamboo tree. Imagine a farmer. Let's call him Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee wants to grow a special bamboo tree. He takes a tiny seed and plants it in the soil. He waters it every day. He gives it sunlight. He protects it. 1 year passes. Mr. Lee looks at the ground. Nothing. Not even a small green shoot. His neighbors start to laugh. They say, "Hey Lee, where is your tree? You're wasting your water." Mr. Lee ignores them. He keeps watering every single day. Year 5 passes. Still nothing. The ground is brown and empty. Year 6 passes. Nothing. Still, absolutely nothing. By now, the whole village thinks Mr. Lee is crazy. They say the seed is dead. Give up. But Mr. Lee knows the secret. He keeps watering every single day. Then comes year 7. One morning, a tiny green shoot breaks through the soil. And then a miracle happens. In the next 6 weeks, that tiny shoot grows 90 feet tall.
Now,
It becomes
let me ask
a
you a
giant
question.
forest. Did the tree grow 90 feet in 6 weeks? No. It grew 90 feet in 5 years. For the first 4 years, it was growing underground. It was building a massive root system, strong roots that could hold a 90-foot tree. If the roots were not there, the tree would fall with the first wind. This is your English journey for 2026. Most of you are like the neighbors. You practice for 1 month. You listen to stories. You try to learn. And then you look in the mirror and say, "I don't see any result. I am not speaking yet. This isn't working." And you quit. You quit right before the miracle happens. In 2026, we're going to adopt the bamboo strategy. This year is not about showing off. This year is about underground growth. Underground growth means improvement that is happening inside you, even if others cannot see it yet. Here is your overall routine for this year. We are not going to study for 5 hours on Sunday and 0 hours on Monday. That kills the roots. We are going to do 30 minutes every single day. Imagine your brain is that soil. Every time you listen to a story, you are watering the seed. You might not see the result in January. You might not see it in March. You might feel like, Ben, nothing is happening. But deep inside your brain, the neural pathways, the roots, are growing. Neural pathways are the connections inside your brain that help you learn and remember things. So here is the rule for our 2026 plan. Rule number 1, consistency over intensity. Consistency means doing something regularly without stopping. Intensity means working extremely hard for a short time. I don't care if you are tired. I don't care if you have a job. Give me 30 minutes. If you miss one day, the roots dry up. Are you ready to be a farmer? Are you ready to be patient like Mr. Lee? If you can promise me this invisible growth, then you are ready for the next step. Because now that we have the mindset, we need the food for our tree. And the food for English is listening. But not just any listening. You need a specific kind of listening. Let's talk about that in part 2. The listening strategy, the code breaker method. Okay, we have planted the seed. We have promised to be consistent. Now we need to feed the tree. And in the world of English fluency, there is only one food that matters: listening. But wait, before you run away and start playing a Hollywood movie or CNN news, stop. Because 90% of students fail right here. They listen, but they listen wrong. Let me tell you a story about a student named Rahul. Rahul was very hardworking. In January 2025, he decided to master English listening. So, what did he do? He subscribed to the BBC News channel. He downloaded movies like Inception and The Matrix. Every day, he put on his headphones and blasted complex English into his ears for 2 hours. Complex means difficult to understand
Words
because
like
it has
economy,
many parts.
inflation, geopolitical crisis. Inflation is when prices of things go up and money loses value. Geopolitical relates to politics between different countries. He tried to understand the fast jokes in the movies. He sat there with a dictionary, pausing every 5 seconds. Pause, look up words, play, pause, look up words. After 1 month, Rahul came to me. He looked exhausted. Exhausted means extremely tired, with no energy left. He said, Ben, I am listening for 2 hours every day, but I still don't understand anything. My head hurts. English is too fast for me. Rahul failed because he broke the first rule of listening. He was trying to lift 100 kilograms before he could lift 5 kilograms. He was listening to noise, not English. To understand the right way, we need to understand how your brain works. Your brain is a pattern recognition machine. If I play a sound that is too fast and too difficult, your brain classifies it as background noise. Classifies means to decide what group something belongs to. It shuts down. It stops learning. On the other hand, if I play something too easy, like A for apple, your brain gets bored. It sleeps. You need to find the Goldilocks zone. This is a scientific concept called comprehensible input. Comprehensible input means listening to a language that is just a little bit above your level, so you can mostly understand it. You need to listen to audio where you understand 70 to 80% of the story. The other 20%, that is the magic zone. That is where you learn. Your brain uses the 80% it knows to guess the 20% it doesn't know. That is how a baby learns. That is how you will learn in 2026. So what is the plan? In 2026, we are going to become code breakers. Code breakers are people who solve secret messages. We are not just listeners, we are detectives. And here is your exact step-by-step listening routine. The 3-pass technique. I don't want you to just listen once. I want you to squeeze the juice out of every story. Here is how you handle one piece of audio, like a story from our channel. Step 1, the blind pass, the movie mode. First, put away the text, put away the subtitles, close your eyes. Just listen. Don't try to catch every word, don't worry about grammar, just try to catch the flow. Flow here means the continuous movement or feeling of the story. Who is talking? Are they happy? Are they angry? What is happening? Imagine the movie in your head. If you miss a word, let it go. Just follow the river. This trains your ears to accept the speed of investigation pass, the detective mode. Investigation means a careful search to find the truth or facts. Now, open your eyes. Look at the subtitles or the transcript. A transcript is the written version of everything that is said in the audio. Listen again. This time, when you hear a word you didn't understand in step 1, look at it. Ah, he said exhausted, not excited. Ah, he said gonna, which means going to. This is the moment your brain connects the sound to the meaning. This is where the learning happens. Step 3, the shadow pass, the music mode. Listen one last time. This time, try to feel the emotion. Listen to the rhythm. Where does the voice go up? Where does it go down? Rhythm is the regular pattern of sound or movement. English is music. You need to feel the beat. Now, you might be asking, then what should I listen to? This is crucial. Do not listen to the news. The news is robotic. Nobody speaks like a news anchor in real life. Robotic means stiff and unnatural, like a machine. A news anchor is the person who reads the news on television. Do not listen to Shakespeare. It's too old. Listen to stories. Why stories? Because human brains are wired for stories. Wired here means built or designed in a certain way naturally. When you listen to a story about a character, let's say Lisa losing her keys, your brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that makes you feel happy or interested. You care about Lisa. You want to know if she finds the keys. Because you care, your memory sticks. You will remember the word searching because you remember Lisa searching for her keys. You won't remember it from a list. So, in 2026, your library will be full of simple, short stories like level A2 to B1, conversations about daily life, ordering coffee, talking about weekends, podcasts for learners like this one. The daily routine, creating the bubble. Now, let's fit this into your busy life. I know you have a job. I know you have school. But remember the bamboo tree. We need consistency. I want you to divide your listening into 2 types. Type A, focus listening for 15 minutes. Do this when you have energy, maybe in the morning or just before sleep. Use the 3-pass technique here. Sit down, focus, and study the sound. This is your gym time. Type B, passive listening, the dead time filler. Passive listening means listening to something in the background without giving it your full attention. Dead time is the time in your day that is usually wasted, like waiting in line. This is the game changer. How much time do you spend commuting, washing dishes, walking to the store, sitting on a bus? Commuting means traveling from your home to your work or school. Usually, we scroll Facebook or listen to music during this time. In 2026, this time belongs to English. Put on your headphones, play the same stories you studied earlier. Let them play in the background. You don't have to focus 100%. Just let the English sounds wash over your brain. This keeps your brain in the
Let me
English
tell you what
environment
will happen
all
if you
day.
do this for 6 months. The first month, it will be hard. Your ears will hurt. You will want to translate everything into your native language. Translate means changing words from one language into another. But around month 3 or month 4, something magical will happen. We call it the click. One day you will be listening to a story, and suddenly you will realize you are not translating anymore. You are not thinking cat means biral. You just see a cat in your mind. You understand the meaning directly. The sound goes straight to your heart. That moment, that click, is the feeling of fluency. That is the moment you stop being a student and become a speaker. But to get to that click, you need thousands of hours of input. You need to trust the process. You need to protect your ears from bad content and fill them with comprehensible stories. So that is the listening strategy. Use stories, not news. Use the 3-pass technique. Fill your dead time with English. But now a big question remains. You have listened, you understand, the cup is full. How do you get the words out of your mouth? How do you overcome the fear of speaking? How do you speak if you have no one to talk to? That is what we are going to solve now. The speaking strategy. Part 3. The solo performer method. We have watered the bamboo. We have filled our brains with stories. But now we face the biggest monster in the room. The monster that keeps you awake at night. Speaking. I know exactly how you feel. You listen to a podcast and you understand everything. You feel confident. But the moment someone asks you, "Hey, what did you do yesterday?" Freeze. Your mind goes blank. Your heart starts beating fast. The words are in your head, but they get stuck in your throat. You start translating. Ami yesterday went to... And then you feel embarrassed. You feel like a failure. Why does this happen? Is it because you don't know enough words? No, you know thousands of words. You just proved it by understanding the listening part. The problem is not vocabulary. The problem is muscle memory and fear. Muscle memory is when your body remembers how to do something automatically, like riding a bike. Most students tell me, "Ben, I can't speak because I don't have a partner. I live in a village. My friends laugh at me." Listen to me closely. You do not need a partner to learn how to speak. In fact, in the beginning, a partner is bad for you. Why? Because when you speak to a person, you are under pressure. You are worried about their reaction. You are focused on survival, not learning. Think about an actor like Leonardo DiCaprio. Before he goes on set to film a movie, does he practice his lines in front of the audience? Lines are the words an actor has to speak in a movie or play. No, he practices alone, in front of a mirror, in his bedroom. He repeats the lines 100 times until his mouth moves automatically. In 2026, you are that actor.
And I am
Your
going
bedroom
to give you
is your
the
stage.
3 solo techniques that will cure your fear forever. Technique 1, deep shadowing, the mimic. Mimic means to copy exactly the way someone speaks or moves. You have heard of shadowing, but most people do it wrong. They just repeat words like a robot. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? That is useless. That is reading. Deep shadowing is about becoming the character. It is about acting. Here's the step-by-step process for 2026. Play the audio. Take a story from our channel. Listen to one sentence. Let's say the character says angrily, "Why did you lie to me?" Pause. Stop the audio. The copy. Now say that sentence, but don't just say the words. Copy the emotion, copy the speed, copy the music. If the speaker went up at the end, you go up. If the speaker sounded sad, you must sound sad. Say, why did you lie to me? The loop. Do not move to the next sentence. Repeat that same sentence 10 times. Looping means doing the same thing over and over again in a circle. Why did you lie to me? Why did you lie to me? Why does this work? Because your mouth has muscles, just like your legs. Your mouth is used to speaking Bengali positions. English requires different mouth positions. By looping, you are training your tongue to move in English mode. You are bypassing your brain's translation center and building physical reflexes. Bypassing means going around something to avoid it. Reflexes are automatic reactions your body makes without thinking. Technique 2, the narrator, self-talk. This is my favorite technique. This turns your boring life into a movie. Throughout your day, you have moments where you are alone, cooking, cleaning, dressing up. Instead of thinking in silence, narrate your actions. Narrate means to describe what is happening or tell a story out loud. Imagine there's a camera following you. You're the main character. Say out loud, okay, I'm opening the fridge. I'm looking for milk. Where is the milk? Ah, here it is. It is cold. It sounds crazy? Good. Be crazy. When you do this, 2 magic things happen. 0 pressure. No one is judging you. If you make a mistake, the fridge won't laugh at you. Real-time connection. You are connecting the physical object, milk, directly to the English word. You are not translating. You are seeing and speaking. Do this for 10 minutes every day. You will be shocked at how fast your daily fluency improves. Technique 3, the video diary, the reality check. This is the hardest one, but it is the most effective. Once a week, maybe every Friday, take your phone, turn on the front camera, record a 2-minute video of yourself talking about your week. Hi, today is Friday. This week was busy. I went to the market. When you finish, watch the video. I know, it's painful. You will hate your voice. You will see your mistakes. You will cringe. Cringe is the feeling of being embarrassed or uncomfortable when seeing something.
When you watch yourself, you become your own teacher. You will notice things. Oh, I said he go instead of he went. I need to fix that. You will also notice the good things. Hey, my pronunciation of market was actually pretty good. Keep these videos. Imagine watching your January video in December 2026. You will see a different person. That evidence of growth will give you more confidence than any teacher can. Evidence is the proof or facts that show something is true. So let's kill the myth today. You don't need a foreigner friend. You don't need a travel visa. You need a mirror, your voice, the courage to look silly. Courage is the ability to do something even when you are afraid. If you shadow for 15 minutes and narrate for 10 minutes every day, your mouth will be ready. Then, when you finally meet a real person, you won't freeze because you have said these sentences thousands of times to yourself. Your mouth will know what to do even if your brain is nervous. But there is one last thing. You have the plan, bamboo. You have the input, means listening. You have the output, means speaking. But there is a trap waiting for you. A trap called expectation. Expectation is the strong belief that something will happen.
How do you handle the days when you feel like quitting? How do you create an environment that forces you to win? Part 4. The Final Mindset. Surviving the Valley of Despair. My friends, we are at the finish line of our plan. You have the seed, the bamboo mindset. You have the food, listening strategy. You have the training, speaking strategy. On paper, you are ready. But I have to be honest with you. I have to warn you. Because I don't want you to just start 2026. I want you to finish it. And the reason most people will not finish 2026 is not because they lack materials. It is because they will fall into a psychological trap. Psychological means related to the mind and feelings. A trap I call the Valley of Despair. Despair is the complete loss of hope. To explain this, I have to tell you a story about a man named Darby. Story 1. 3 feet from gold, the trap of the plateau. Back in the gold rush days, Darby went west to find gold. He bought a shovel and started digging. Day after day he dug. It was hard work. His back hurt, his hands bled. After weeks of digging, he found a vein of gold. He was rich. Vein here means a layer of gold inside the rock. But he needed machinery to bring the gold to the surface. So he covered the mine, went home, raised money, and bought the machines. He came back and started drilling. The first car of gold was mined. He was excited. He thought, just a few more days and I will be a millionaire. But then something terrible happened. The vein of gold disappeared. He drilled deeper, nothing. He drilled to the left, nothing. He drilled to the right. He kept digging for weeks, but the gold was gone. Finally, he gave up. He sold his expensive machine to a junk man for a few dollars and went home in shame. But the junk man was smart. He called an engineer. The engineer looked at the mine and said, "Darby failed because he didn't understand fault lines. The gold is just 3 feet away." Fault lines are cracks in the earth where the rock has moved. The junk man dug 3 feet and found millions of dollars of gold. Darby quit 3 feet from success. Why am I telling you this? Because in your English journey in 2026, you are Darby, and the disappearing gold is what we call the plateau. The plateau is a period of time where you stop seeing progress, even though you are still working. Here is exactly what will happen to you this year. January, you will be excited. You will learn 50 new words. Darby panicked. He kept digging for weeks, but the gold was gone. Finally, he gave up. He sold his expensive machine to a junk man for a few dollars and went home in shame. But the junk man was smart. He called an engineer. The engineer looked at the mine and said, "Darby failed because he didn't understand fault lines. The gold is just 3 feet away." Fault lines are cracks in the earth where the rock has moved. The junk man dug 3 feet and found millions of dollars of gold. Darby quit 3 feet from success. Why am I telling you this? Because in your English journey in 2026, you are Darby, and the disappearing gold is what we call the plateau. The plateau is a period of time where you stop seeing progress, even though you are still working. Here is exactly what will happen to you this year. January, you will be excited. You will learn 50 new words. You will feel great. February, you will still be happy. You understand more stories. March, April, suddenly the progress stops. You listen, but you feel like you are not learning anything new. You try to speak, but you make the same mistakes you made in January. You feel stuck. You feel stupid. You think, I have no talent. This method is not working. Warning, this is the moment 99% of people quit. They sell their machine and go home, but they don't realize the click fluency is just 3 feet away. The plateau is not a failure. The plateau means your brain is consolidating information. Consolidating means combining things to make them stronger and more solid. It is like baking a cake. You put it in the oven. For 30 minutes, it looks like liquid. Nothing is happening. But inside, the chemistry is changing. If you open the oven too early, the cake collapses. Collapses means falling down suddenly. Your final strategy. 1. When you hit the plateau, you will celebrate. Say to yourself, Ben told me about this. I am in the oven. The gold is 3 feet away. Do not stop digging. Just keep listening. Keep shadowing. If you survive the plateau, you survive the war. Story 2. The Bucket of Crabs, the Environment Trap. Now let's talk about the second enemy, the enemy outside of you, other people. Have you ever seen a bucket of crabs? If you put 1 crab in a bucket, it can easily climb out. But if you put 10 crabs in a bucket, none of them will escape. Why? Because when 1 crab tries to climb up, the other crabs pull it back down. They don't want it to escape. In 2026, you will meet many crabs. They might be your friends, they might be your relatives, even your own family. When you start listening to English stories on the bus, they will say, "Why are you showing off?" Showing off means trying to impress other people with your abilities. Do you think you will become an Englishman? Hey, look, the foreigner has come. They will laugh, they will make jokes, and because we are humans, we hate being laughed at, so we stop. We go back down into the bucket. Build your fortress. Fortress is a strong building used for protection against attacks. You cannot change the people around you, but you can change your digital environment. You live on your phone more than you live in your house. I want you to do a ruthless cleaning today. Ruthless means showing no pity or mercy, doing what is necessary without hesitation. Open your YouTube. Look at your history. Is it full of funny cat videos in Bengali? Delete them. Start watching English creators, not just teachers. Watch English vloggers, gamers, cooks. Vloggers are people who create video blogs about their lives. Open your Facebook. Unfollow the negative pages. Create a bubble. When you put on your headphones, you are not in Bangladesh or India. You are in London. You are in New York. Protect your dream. Don't let the crabs pull you down. If someone laughs at your broken English, smile at them. In your head, think, you are laughing now, but in December, I will be speaking and you will still be in the bucket. Story 3. The smoker versus the athlete. The identity shift. Finally, the deepest change needed for 2026. It is not about what you do, it is about who you are. Imagine 2 people trying to quit smoking. Someone offers a cigarette to the first man. He says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit." Sounds good, right? Wrong. He still believes he is a smoker who is trying to do something. Now someone offers a cigarette to the second man. He says, "No thanks, I am not a smoker." Boom. A small difference, but a massive change in identity. Identity is who you are or how you see yourself. The second man doesn't need willpower because non-smokers don't smoke. It's just who he is. Willpower is the strength of mind to control your own actions. In 2025, you were a student. You were trying to learn English. That is a weak identity. Students can take breaks. Students can fail exams. In 2026, I want you to kill the student. Start saying, I am an English speaker. Even if you only know 10 words, you are an English speaker who is just practicing. How does an English speaker act? An English speaker doesn't panic when they see a movie without subtitles. They listen. An English speaker doesn't feel shy to make mistakes. They know mistakes are part of speaking. An English speaker surrounds themselves with the language. Surrounds means to have something all around you. Fake it until you make it. Fake it until you make it means acting confident like you already have success until you actually become successful. If you tell yourself every day, I am a speaker, your brain will work 10 times harder to make that statement true. So, let's wrap this up. We have talked for a long time. Information is useless without action. I want you to take a screenshot of this routine. This is your Bible for 2026. The No Excuses routine. Morning, the warm-up, 10 minutes. Activity, passive listening. When, while brushing teeth, making tea, or dressing. Content, a simple story or podcast you have heard before. Goal, wake up your ears. Commute or dead time, the bonus, 15 minutes. Activity, observation. Observation means the act of watching something or someone
on the bus
carefully.
or rickshaw or walking. Task, narrate your world silently. The sky is blue. That car is red. The traffic is bad. Goal, connect eyes to words. Night, the deep work, 20 mins. Activity, active listening and shadowing. Task, listen to a new story for 10 minutes. Use the detective method. Shadow a small part of it for 10 minutes. Speak to the wall. Goal, new input and muscle training. The weekly check-in, Friday. Record your 2-minute video diary. Watch it, cringe, learn, delete it, or keep it. That's it. No grammar books, no expensive courses, no stress. Just 45 minutes of living in the language. My friends, 2026 is an empty book. You have the pen in your hand. You can write the same chapter you wrote in 2025, a chapter of regret, of almost, of giving up. Regret is a feeling of sadness about something you did or did not do in the past. Or you can write a masterpiece. Masterpiece is a perfect piece of work or great success. Imagine it is December 31st, 2026. Imagine you are at a party. Someone comes up to you and speaks in English, and without thinking, without sweating, you answer back. You laugh, you tell a joke, you express your heart. Imagine the pride in your parents' eyes. Imagine the confidence in your soul. That future exists. It is waiting for you. But it requires you to take the first step. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. You have the plan. You have the methods. You have the mindset. Now, the only thing missing is you. Are you ready to burn the boats? Burn the boats means to do something that makes it impossible to go back to the past. Are you ready to leave the island of fear and never go back? If your answer is yes, then welcome to the family. We are going to do this together. Now, let me tell you specifically what English Learning Point, this channel, is going to upload to keep you on this track. Because we are not just giving you a plan and leaving. We are your partners. Let's move to the final segment, our promise to you. Ben? So you have the roadmap, but walking alone is hard. Roadmap is a plan or guide showing how
English
to reach
Learning
a
Point
goal.
exists. We are not here to be just another YouTube channel. We are here to be your training partner. In 2026, we have designed our content specifically to fit into the plan I just gave you. Here is what you can expect from us every week. The Input Stories, Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, we will upload a new story focused on listening. These are not random stories. They are scientifically designed for level A2 to B1. Scientifically means using the methods and facts of science. They will have real-life situations, office, travel, friendship. The Ben formula. I will pause the story to explain difficult words using simple English. This is your detective practice. No translations. We will force your brain to think in English. The Output sessions on Saturdays. We will focus on speaking. We will upload shadowing practices and vocabulary deep dives. We will take a sentence, break it down, and practice the pronunciation together. You will repeat after me. It will be your gym session. Community support. Check our community tab. We will post daily quizzes and challenges to keep you active. You don't need to search for materials. We are the material. All you have to do is show up. We have reached the end of this hour. If you are still watching this video, I respect you. It means you are serious. It means you are ready to change. Most people clicked away 50 minutes ago. They are back to watching funny videos. They will be in the same place next year. But you are still here. That tells me you are a winner. I have one final request for you. I want you to make a contract with yourself, not with me, with you. Contract is a serious or official agreement between people. Go to the comment section right now. I want you to type one sentence. This is your first step of action. Type, I am starting my 2026 journey today. I will not quit. Type it, screenshot it, keep it on your phone. When you feel tired in July, look at that screenshot. Remember why you started. Thank you for giving me 1 hour of your life. I promise you, if you follow this plan, the next time we talk about New Year's resolutions, you won't be wishing for fluency, you will be enjoying it. This is Ben from English Learning Point. The class is dismissed. The journey begins now. Dismissed means given permission to leave. See you in the next story. Take care.